All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today, my friend?
Good morning, Carlos. I'm fantastic. I'm doing pretty good, actually. The weather's cooled off, which makes me a little nervous. I'm swimming all these lakes this coming weekend, and I sort of like the warm weather for that, but hopefully the water temperature won't change too much between now and Friday when I'll be out there.
All right, awesome, and hopefully stays good. We got some kind of storm coming up in the Northeast. I was talking to my neighbor while he was walking his dog, and he was telling about some kind of major storm happening and some rain here. So I got to check that out and see what's going on there. All right, with that said, economic data. Let's jump right to it.
All we got is one little number, really, and that's how much did the U.S. overspend this month? I always love these numbers because, again, the amount that the U.S. overspends each month exceeds the amount of the Canadian budget altogether. So, but, hey, between friends, what's $73 billion, really? The expectation was that the U.S. would, have to borrow another $72.5 billion to fund your addictions down there. And you had to borrow about $73.1 billion. So pretty much on target, a little bit more than anticipated, which I don't know, maybe, who knows, like after yesterday, maybe that's be more fuel for the fire for those that are deciding to panic. But it really is not that significant of a difference. Everybody knows that you're going to lose. That's how much. So other than that, quiet day. But that didn't stop us yesterday, right? We didn't have that many economic data points yesterday either. And look what happened. Oh my goodness. We had a market. And can I say, this is where Carlos and I can give ourselves a little pat on the back. We told you, right? Be careful. Despite the market being hugely down pre-market yesterday, that there may be it may be a long day, right? As you're trading, there may be that opportunity. And hey, like I was focused on Nvidia, and there was no better example, frankly, than Nvidia, which off the open, huge volume at the open, right? So much volume that a lot of platforms were struggling to keep up. So if you were seeing some sort of choppy charts or weird price action, you're not alone. It was a little bit of a strange day yesterday. Everybody was looking to trade tons of volume yesterday morning, and it looks like the markets were struggling to keep up. Even myself, I tried to go long on Nvidia 3 times, and it was only the 3rd time that it took, but long was the trade. And Nvidia made its biggest move long, and then sort of flatlined basically for the rest of the day. So, it was it was one of those days where you just let the market tell you what it's going to do, and despite it being down, I mean, it never went green, right? Like I'm not trying to say that, but definitely the play was to the long side, at least on Nvidia and a few of those large tech stocks yesterday. So today, I don't know. Let's see what we're gonna get. I mean, we're opening much more green than we were yesterday. I mean, a little bit more of a mixed picture, but ton of green, which is good after yesterday when Carlos, we couldn't find anything green to save our lives. Not anything worth trading, anyways. So.
Yeah. My strategy was totally shot with the way the market opened, and I'm like, okay, today's shot. We're not going to trade today. Let's just sit and watch. And we just sat and watched. Say again.
I was just a trader Globetrotter in the chat room was he said, exactly, you guys saved my day yesterday. I was bearish and you got me back to neutral, and then had a blast trading Nvidia, so thank you. Well, trader Globetrotter, thank you. That was it's good. I mean, it actually gives us a lot of encouragement when we know that at least some of what we say is not just makes sense and can help somebody out there, right? So thank goodness. There you go.
Absolutely.
That warms the buckles of my heart.
There it is. Let's take a look at our gappers list, friends. This morning, it's all over the place. So we got tons of stuff gapping up, tons gapping down this morning. So yeah, we'll run through some of these and see where we can find some opportunities. So a little bit more mixed today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was just leaning to one side, obviously towards the downside, and everything was just in the red. So let's dive in here. Let's take a look at the first one. Is going to be a TGTX, and which is not target short. I always think about that when I see this. It's a TG Therapeutics this morning. They are up 16.2, 340,000 shares traded. Any news on this, Peter? I mean, I know we don't follow the stock closely. It doesn't trade very well. Anything today that might be worth watching?
Well, usually when these things jump up, it's because they've got some sort of new product release, but not in this case. It looks like they had earnings earlier this morning. Not one of the ones I was tracking, to be honest, but they had earnings this morning. It looks like they beat their numbers, had a good quarter, so that's why we're seeing them on the gap up list. And they did raise their full year guidance based on the strength of something I can't pronounce. One of their drugs, anyways. Briumvi. Anyways, whatever it is, they raised their guidance. So there you go. Like you said, Carlos, this pops up occasionally. It's actually more frequently on our list than you would think. I can't remember an instance of having traded it, to be honest. So, do with it what you will. We're probably going to get better targets, I would guess, today. What's the volume sitting at so far this morning? Yeah, 300,000. It's not all that great.
Yeah, it's not. So let's move on down, guys, to the next one. I see a lot of them that are not, again, they're really not great intraday trading stocks, but they're on here based on them being down so much yesterday. Especially, it seems like the lower price stuff is making its way in here. This is, again, $9, not really in play. Core Scientific, it's up 12%, 225,000. I don't like anything about the way this looks. So let's move to the next one. I like the next one. Cut me off, Peter, if you have something on it, but let's move to the next one. It's PLTR.
There
This
is
one
news.
does have some great news on it. Okay, we don't care. Yeah, I figured. Well, let's spend time on one that we do care about. Is PLTR, Peter. They got some exciting stuff happening this morning.
Yeah, they've look, they're saying the right words. They have cited, and I'll quote their press release: unbridled demand for their artificial intelligence software. So they've raised their guidance, and everybody loves to hear that, especially after the nervousness we had in the semiconductor sector with Intel having struggles and not sort of having to call off their forecast. PLTR is a software, which is, sort of downstream a little bit from the chip manufacturers, saying, no, look, man, people want our stuff hand over fist. They can't get enough of it. And we're going to raise our guidance. So you could see big gap up this morning. Probably that may make it in play. Palantir is a better trading stock on an intraday basis. We're seeing 3.4 million shares. So compared to like the TJTX we just talked about, 10 times the volume this morning. So yeah, I think this is going to be in play, and they've got decent news.
All right, there you go. I like them today. I mean, they are in play. I hope they treat me well, or at least I can trade it well. But we'll see. On the list this morning, 3.4 million shares traded, up 9.5. I know this is definitely a favorite, and not a favorite, but a lot of people in the community do like this one.
Yeah, we were watching it after the close yesterday for earnings. You can see that, and it did pop up good on their earnings. But yeah, it was really their guidance that really caused this move. So let's see if they can hold on to it. They've lost about a third of what they did, because at the peak, what's amazing, by the way, if you don't look at options, you need to understand how options work, because Jared was on with us after the close yesterday. For all of our elite members, he does engineering the markets in the chat room before we do this pre-market show, at least Monday to Thursdays he does. And, he was busy telling us what the expected move is, because you can tell based on the option chain how far this is expected to move. And after hours, it basically popped exactly to that number. So if you tried, you took a risk on this on earnings, you knew what your target was, because Jared told you, or the options chain told us. And it went right to there. And then, like I said, it sold off a little bit from there. 28.50 was the high, roughly, that it hit. And it's pulled back about $2 from that. But looking good.
Yeah, sure is on the list for sure. Heading down here, we got another one that I'm probably going to skip. Is Serve Robotics, they are up 11.5 this morning, 1 million shares traded. Again, it's just not a best intraday trading stock. So I'm not going to be having them on my list, Peter. Anything driving them today? I know yesterday they had a nice bounce back, but overall,
Yeah,
anything
every
else going
day
on
they
with them?
they seem to just there's enough volume here that they are suddenly on our list every day. I mean, this is Mimi. It's in the meme world a little bit. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. So yeah, but like you said, Carlos, you'd think that would lend itself to some good trading, but intraday, it's not an easy trader. Yesterday had a sort of a nice move up. If you just wanted to take it long and hang on to it, you could have had a decent trading opportunity off the open. But I don't find a lot of trade opportunities. That being said, I'm looking at the chart now, and like what you're looking at right there, Carlos, that's there would have been a good reversal that meets one of my strategy patterns. So maybe I should be taking a closer look at this.
This one up here, right? This one here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
volume
That looks
going
like a
into that.
mountain pass. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the mountain pass, baby, right there. Yeah, high of day, big volume, retest and fail. Yeah, it would have been a decent move. But anyways, so yeah, there's really no news. Anyways, it was the question that you asked. They've got an investor conference coming up. They've got a few more analysts that are following them, but no ratings. There's really not a lot of analysts that provide ratings guidance on them. So we'll see. Maybe that's coming, because this is still, we have to keep in mind, this is still like a sort of a low float stock, right? Like there's only about 23 million shares in the float, and it's got a $500 million market cap. So with $500 million, it's a legitimate company, but it's just not one of the sort of big ones that trades big institutional type volumes. So yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
Rakesh.
yeah.
It's an Nvidia company. It's a company Nvidia has invested in, but they don't have any. They don't. I don't think they direct it. They don't have anybody from their executive on the board or anything like that I know of. So.
Yeah. All right. Again, I'm not gonna have them on my list. A few times yesterday, obviously it traded well, but a lot of stuff did, right? With the way the volume and just kind of a little bit of a bounce yesterday. A lot of things were definitely in the long side, so they are in play, but not going to be on my list. I see better ones. I want to have some space for. KView, I don't think is one of them. Very light volume, 360,000, up 9.4, but not really. I mean, this doesn't look great, right? So the next one here does. It's going to be Uber, at least on news, right? And pre-market already
Uber.
starting to look pretty nice. Up 8.8 this morning, 1.8 million shares traded. This is definitely in play today and will be on my list. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
Well, they had earnings and posted better than expected results. So they beat the analyst forecasts in the quarter. This is their second quarter earnings report for 2024. And they said that one of the interesting side notes or things that underlies that performance is that Uber ads just became $1 billion business in its own right. So they are selling a lot of ad space, which is people love to hear. At least those if they're investing love to hear that. And they apparently are continuing to work on their their autonomous Uber vehicle, which I guess it'd be good for them. I don't know. It feels risky to me. Like autonomous vehicles always have their own risk, because you know who to sue if Uber's sending you a cab and something happens, right? And it's just driving itself. But I mean, it's can't make an Uber driver happy if they're going to cut out the drivers. But who knows when that's actually going to really happen? Uber has stated, though, as part of this earnings, that they are on track to have their first release by the end of 2024. So they're expected to be doing that. Now, remember, they're now competing against Tesla and Tesla's robo-taxi, as they're calling it. So, Tesla's trying to eat Uber's lunch a little bit and, say, well, if we build the cars and we can do it autonomously, why don't we just pick people up and drive them around for a fee? And of course, that's Uber's business model. So we'll see what happens, who gets there first. I mean, we all know that Tesla hasn't done a good job of hitting their targets. It could be because of, maybe Elon's been smoking too much. Come on, Brent. I'm giving you the opening here. I'm catching him by surprise. There he is. So
Sorry, I wasn't
could
ready
be
for that.
that. Could be that. We're not sure. But anyways, every time Elon gives you a date, know that it's probably not correct. So he's usually never on time with anything. But so we'll see what happens. Anyways, Uber and Tesla are sort of they're in a war of words. It seems like more than anything to see who's going to get the first actual autonomous taxi out there, and we'll see what happens. But in the short term, Uber had some good earnings, and they're the market likes what they're saying anyways about their future prospects. So we're seeing it gap up on decent volume this morning. So I think Uber's going to be in play as well.
Yep. Yeah. I like Uber. Again, it's a tough stock to trade, but I do like it. I think they're in play today. It's all about that market open. How is that going to play out? So Boyman Dude Guy says that drivers aren't happy with Uber. I mean, I don't think drivers ever been happy since like
Yeah,
2017, right? When Uber was a high end. I remember one of my friends first started doing Uber when it was actually looked at as oh, this is very classy, all black cars. It's just not, some guy pulling up with his pajamas and driving a Toyota Corolla, right? It was not that. So he was doing it when he was actually getting paid very well. And I'm like, man, that's pretty good as a side gig he was doing. After the masses joined in, I think Uber drivers have not been happy, right? So, but yeah, I like it today. Let's see. It's all about the market open. Can it trade well? Hopefully it's not choppy. Right. Do you remember those days, Peter, when Uber was like,
I mean, that was many years ago, back in the beginning. We didn't actually have Uber. Uber was a little later to the Canadian market, or most Canadian markets. So yeah, but I do remember, like everything, right? It's very attractive early on because they had to keep the high rates to get people, get people to go there, and then of course they started tightening it back. And yeah, it's tough nowadays, I think, to be an Uber driver because the rates are challenging in many conditions. I suppose and I think Uber's even scaled back on how much of like the surge pricing, right, that we can love to hate as a consumer, as a user of the service. I don't think a lot of that goes to the driver, but I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I'm not having to do it.
Yeah. But my loyalty is not, it used to be all Uber. Now my loyalty is like, I'll check Uber, I'll check Lyft, and sometimes there's a $20 difference on Lyft, right? Lyft is a little funny sometimes when they show up, but yeah, so it's tough business. Yeah, a little weird. I'm like, what's going on here? All right, let's move on.
It's the pink little signs they put in their window. It makes them all a little loopy. If you're
yeah, I don't know if it's no. I like the logo. It was just that when they show up, it's like, how are you driving this? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Lyft is next, by the way, and Lyft is on here, so that's just a sympathy play. I'm assuming that is up this morning, so not really much volume. So we'll leave this one alone for now. We'll look at Tesla and Uber. I think are the ones. I'm going to add Tesla to my list. Tesla looks great today, guys. It's 2.1 million, up 1.1. Pre-market is very, very active. So looking very nice this morning. All right, that kind of covers it. So a whole bunch on here. I want to get to you, Peter, because I know you probably have some stuff with news that's going to be more important than going to some of these crappy stuff. So, Peter, what do you have on your list that you like this morning?
A couple of earnings from last night that we can talk about. HIMS. Remember, we've talked about them before. HIMS. Not hymns like in church, but hymns as in hymns and hers. Hims and Hers had earnings after the close yesterday. Beat their numbers, had a good quarter. They're gapping up slightly this morning, but they're doing it on pretty low volume, less than 500,000 shares. So typically it's not one of the ones that I trade. Another one, there seems to be an automotive theme this morning because we have Car, which is the Avis Budget Group, also had earnings after the close yesterday. They're gapping down, so maybe I should have put them on the other list, but just one car. Is them CAR. There you go. Anyways, they are gapping down slightly this morning as they missed their earnings targets. Remember, they were selling off a bunch of cars. Apparently, the revenue from selling off a bunch of their electric vehicle fleet has not yielded the results expected, and Car has been on a downturn for a few months now. So not going well in the car rental space. But if you're making electric vehicles like Lucid, who also had earnings, after the close yesterday. Apparently, it's going a little bit better. They had a decent quarter, and they were gapping up after the close yesterday. You can see giving back some of that so far this morning. Wait, am I looking at the right chart? Hold on, Lucid. Here we go. All right, and anyways, they actually dropped and then pulled back. So what are you looking at? We're looking at the same thing. Why does my chart look different than your chart? I'm not sure what's going on. Anyways, all right. But they apparently are getting more partnerships. So remember we were talking about some partnerships with Volkswagen partnering with some of the Chinese auto manufacturers. Well, Lucid is trying to partner out there because they need some deeper pockets to make sure they can keep the dream alive and producing cars. I mean, it's a tougher market, of course, right? I mean, their cars look good. At least I like the look of them, but they're expensive. It's hard to justify the purchase of a $130,000 electric vehicle like that. So, but they apparently are getting a $1.5 billion investment from IR Third Investment Co. And it's the second time that IR Third has invested in them. So presumably they'll do it again, so that they can have three. I don't know. But anyways, this is part of Saudi Arabia's what they call their public investment fund, which is something like it's like $1 trillion investment fund that they've put out there to try and diversify, because they're looking forward to the day. Well, not looking forward to it, but they're looking forth to when oil may not be their primary revenue source, which is, I think, smart of them, because while oil is going to be making them money for, probably a few decades still, it's good to start thinking forward right into the future. So Saudi Arabia is investing in a couple of electric car manufacturers, and looks like Lucid is the latest to get a little bit of a cash infusion from them. So that's the really Rebel Bawa saying that PIF owns 60% of Lucid. That seems like a lot. I mean, they could, but I don't know. It's just my information says they invested twice. I don't know how much that is, but interesting.
Not sure. Yeah,
I don't know. But let's see here. The insiders. Yeah, not a lot of insiders have stock, do they? Maybe it is because they sold to Saudi Arabia. Well, however much is owned by them, they just invested more, and they received an upgrade this morning. So, but it's not that enthusiastic of an upgrade, frankly. It was from underweight to neutral from Cantor Fitzgerald, and they only put a price target of $4 on Lucid. They're trading at $3.20 right now. So I don't know. Lucid is. I used to have fun watching Lucid, and we watched a lot of these, Lucid and Neo and LI and a bunch of them. But yeah, the electric car pure plays have been harder to trade recently. Tesla's the only one that keeps bringing the fun. So,
yep, I like Tesla today. Going to keep that on deck. All right, guys, let's see what's gapping down. I see someone mentioned in chat here in our members tab. Was it Pino? Pino's? I think it was a Pino. I forgot who it was. I know Ross. Apple selling down a little bit. Yeah, I see some drops coming in here. We are down almost 2%, 3.7. Love the volume today on Apple, guys. So that's looking very, very nice. That's going to be on deck. I'll add it now, but we'll go through our gap down list this morning. So let's look at some we have on here. The first one is
Apple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Apple's in the news because they just they announced that they're getting out of the phone business. And no, I'm kidding. No, I don't. Apple never seems to announce anything. Thought I could start something there, maybe a rumor that they're not selling phones anymore. They decided they're going to make robots. No, I'm making all that up. I don't know. Apple just never seems to have any interesting news. I mean, their latest news was more like they're fiddling with the cameras on their phone, and that the next phone release is going to have yet another, different camera type. Which okay, it's good. Keep advancing that, but really, that's the best you got. You gotta. You were talking yesterday, at least, about their Apple Intelligence, right?
Apple Intelligence, yeah.
I could never find.
They,
I could have sworn there was another name for it. I could never find it yesterday. So I
no,
guess
I
I
think it
was
was
wrong.
Apple Intelligence. They took
Yeah, my brain
artificial
was tired on
intelligence and made it their own, right? And that's what Apple does. It takes something that's
that.
already out and make it like it's
Yeah,
theirs.
well, as Scott F is saying, their iPad sales were up. They did announce especially strong iPad sales in the Asian markets, but again, that's still selling the same old stuff. Like I don't know. I think something's got to change there. But people don't seem to care. I mean, Apple's price keeps holding out well, so I guess as a trader, I shouldn't care too much, right? As long as it's tradable and it gives us opportunity, then fine. Do what you will.
What do you think their next invention should be?
Their next invention, I really think that they tried the glasses thing, like so did Google, and that failed miserably. I really think what I want them to do. Have you seen that? There's a couple of sci-fi movies where people have like the wrist phones. I want like embedded technology. That's where I'd love for them to go. I don't want it, to be honest, but I want the thing where it's a phone and it pops up with like a holographic phone where you can just wiggle your fingers and then use it like that. I want the embedded chip behind your skull where you could just talk and it'll hear you, and it like takes over, projects things on the inside of your retinas. Yeah, like turn people into cyborgs. I just think that would be cool. So
Uh,
again, I don't want to be the
Apple.
one to have them embedded, but I think it would be cool to watch other people deal with that.
Peter always wants to see other people take the first flight. On
Absolutely.
the helicopter plane. I want to see other people get embedded. He just wants to stand by and just have his popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to sit on my front porch in the rocking chair with some popcorn and a scotch and watch the world burn. That's
There you go.
you know.
That sounds good.
and
All right,
stay off
friends.
my lawn.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right, awesome. Let's take a look here. Apple's on my list, guys. Looks good today. Tons of volume, down 1.5 this morning. On SSR, can you believe it? Yes, Apple is on SSR after yesterday's madness. All right, let's head down to the list here. So ZI is probably not going to be as interesting, and it's not. It looks horrible. I don't know why it's got all this volume. It's Zoom info. It's not really in play for me. So this is garbage. Can you get the garbage truck out? This is just. Oof. Do you even want to talk about this? You want to waste time on this? Go ahead.
No.
No. Okay, good. Let's go on to the next one. ADTN. Okay. Who rolled out the garbage truck here and left the dumpster in our lawn? This is incorrect. Yeah, there's no volume on this, so that's off. All right, we'll skip on that one. I'm gonna skip through quickly. That's not correct. All right, so it looks like we have a data situation here because that's not correct either.
We're just memeing like crazy today.
Yeah, what is this? Wow, just a whole bunch of garbage. For some reason, this is showing 1,000. Let's skip all this crap. Let's go down to. I think all these are wrong. Peter, do you have anything on the gap that you want to talk about? Let's go there. This list is not right.
I don't. It's funny. Most of the stuff that I had on my list, there's a bunch of other earnings from today that are gapping up, but they're not good traders. So, I mean, I suppose I could mention them to. We should, do more than make acerbic comments and actually talk about the news. But yeah, I don't have much on the gap down list. Chinese stocks are gapping down this morning. Maybe I can mention them in general. I don't have anyone particular. Baba, Billy, Baidu. Look at whichever one you want. That sector seems to be gapping down a little bit. I didn't see any really bad news. There's China is continuing to put investment out there. They are investing in AI like everybody else, which maybe maybe has got people nervous. I don't know. There's some investment going between these companies. Tencent Holdings, which we know has a bunch of money given to it by Alibaba and others, have invested $300 million in a Chinese AI startup called Moonshot. So Alibaba's investing, Tencent is investing, a bunch of people are investing. So I don't know. I mean, but I don't see that sector. What's another one of those sectors that used to be fun? Not so much. Not so fun anymore. Where's the fun in the market? Yeah.
Yeah, we need the SEC to start bugging them, right? To say, oh, we need them to do this, and once they start doing that, it got fun. And then once and they were the economy. Oh, we're doing good, we're doing bad. That was creating a lot of volatility. We're not seeing that no more out of China, at least for the
Yeah.
stocks that we used to trade. So,
Yeah.
um,
Um,
did well
I'll
yesterday,
mention
but
a
not
couple of the
based on.
earnings then that are gapping up because there were some earnings this morning. Caterpillar is one that I usually watch just to see what that sector is doing. Heavy equipment, right? That tends to be a precursor to production increases, especially on the farming and food services. Caterpillar had earnings and missed on revenue slightly, not by much, but they beat bottom line. So Caterpillar is gapping up slightly on low volume. You typically has low volume, so not much of interest going on there. Yum Brands in China. That's Yum China, which is really just a sort of a conglomerate, right? They do a bunch of restaurants. I always think of chips, but it's more restaurants. I think they own in China Pizza Huts and KFCs and a bunch of others. So they had a decent quarter. They beat their numbers largely. Apparently, Pizza Hut is doing well in China. Is anybody here with us from China? Do you see a lot of Pizza Huts? I can't picture a Pizza Hut in China. That sounds wrong to me, but apparently they're doing well. Anyways, aside from that, we've got Duke Energy is one of the other ones that I sometimes keep an eye on. I don't love that sector. DUK is the ticker there. They beat their numbers. I was looking at that just because remember we were talking about some of the energy and oil and gas, how they were making moves out of the green renewable energy sources and back into the sort of typical oil and gas because they're just more profitable and needed to boost their numbers. Didn't hear any of that out of Duke, but they did have earnings and had a good quarter. And last but not least, I think I had one more that I wanted to talk to you about, or at least mention. Did I mention Fubo? Fubo. That was I don't think I mentioned Fubo. That's one of our old favorites, Carlos. We used to like talking about Fubo. And it's been pretty quiet. Did you have like a Fubo TV thing? Were you using Fubo? Or
What's
maybe
the
it was
ticker for
Roku.
them? It's
Fubo, Fubo.
okay. This was yeah, no, I had Roku back in the
You have
days.
Roku. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fubo had another decent quarter. I mean, their numbers are pretty modest. This isn't a low float, but it sort of trades like a low float. So, and it's relatively small market cap. We're talking under 400 million. So, but I don't know. It could be in play if you like it. So there you go. Those are the earnings that I was watching. None of them are that interesting, other than I would say Uber probably has Uber and Palantir. I think are the two most interesting earnings plays for this morning. Everything else, not so interesting, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, man. There's not a whole lot that looks great here. 903 friends. Let's take a look at what you guys like this morning, and then we'll take a look at what our moderators have for today. So let's start here. Over in our main chat, guys. Let's take a look at TN10X. We've seen this before. 10X lower price stock, very active this morning. 10 million shares traded 10X Therapeutics. So they must have some news. Hard to borrow, so you can't short it. So just be careful on this dollar on this one. I'm not sure what the float is. What's the float on this? Is it low flow or not? I don't have it in front of me.
A little under 2 million shares.
Yeah. So in play, be careful. It could be the low flow of the day, man. This thing is on fire. Again, you can still trade these, but you got to know what you're doing. You just got to know what you're doing. You can't go in there messing around and getting your head chopped off. So just be very, very careful on that. It is
the news seems
today.
to be a secondary offering, which is not a news that we love.
That's weird. That is trading.
I'm surprised to see them moving up. Usually the secondaries take them down, but I don't know. And because especially being the secondary offering was 16.666666 million shares at a price of $3. So that's well below the active price, or that's the price that it was. I'm surprised to see it gapping up above that, which is a little weird. Although they do have an exercise price of 450, so it's got to be over 450 for people to get out of it. Maybe that's why it's popping. So a little bit of a unique secondary on that one, but still not usually tradable news.
Yeah, I'm
Not you.
surprised that it's trading the way it is actually. So, all right, friends, what else we have on here? Let's check over on our YouTube chat as well. What do we have? CrowdStrike. We were talking about CrowdStrike earlier today. Let's see where that is. A CRWD. And what is the latest with these guys? So a bit of a bounce yesterday.
Well,
Again, I think it'll just be stuck sideways. It's getting harder and harder to trade as the volume dies down, right? Some people think in chat this oversold that it can come back. Yeah, but it could take a while. So you got to be careful with it, and just
yeah,
eyes on the news if anything comes out.
we didn't really talk about them yesterday with everything else that was happening. There was news. I mean, it was really yesterday's news, but it could still be trading on it. They are in a verbal battle with Delta. So Delta is clearly blaming them for the thousands of flights that they had to cancel, which we understand, right, was because of that software upgrade, and that's clear. But they claim that after the outage happened, CrowdStrike did not act appropriately and caused extended outages, which is why they had to cancel the flights. So, and then CrowdStrike sort of fought back. Their CEO sent back a very angrily worded letter, I'll say, which normally you don't publicly chastise your clients, right? Even if your client's mad at you, you don't normally go public and sort of take them on like that. So it was an interesting. It was sort of an interesting exchange. Whether anything will come of it from a stock price movement, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like they're going to be losing a client. I don't think after that Delta's probably going to continue with them. But
but where are they going to go, Peter?
That's the problem, right?
Go?
You don't just
you're
it's
stuck
sort
with
of
these guys for a couple of years.
For a while, right? I mean, sure, they have a balance of contract that they got to play out, but yeah, if the current management is still in place at Delta when the contract expires, it's unlikely CrowdStrike's going to re-earn that contract. But anyways, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was more just a war of words and largely meaningless, I think, to the stock price. But if more clients pile on, that could be problematic. Because remember, we also did talk last week. There is a law firm that's accepting all comers for people that want to sue CrowdStrike for securities violations. They're claiming that investors were misled by CrowdStrike in their guidance, which feels a little, I don't know. I'm not sure. That feels a little superfluous. I know lawyers will take these things on, and if they must think there's a case there, but it seems to me like this is one of those. Just suck it up, guys. Like, stuff happens. You lost. It's the way it goes. Moving on, but
move on. Yep. So for day trading, and not great for swing trading. If you think it's oversold, it could be a good opportunity, but you got to be ready to sit on it before this thing actually gets going. So just be mindful of that. All right. Let me see. Any other tickers, friends?
It's true.
Sava from our friend Mucho from Joe. Mucho FOMO, Joe. All right, so a lot of FOMO. Okay, there we go. So Sava, mucho FOMO. A lot of great stuff to hear. All right, Sava, a great day yesterday. There's nothing happening today, and again, I won't give them a lot of credit for yesterday because everything kind of did this after it hit the market open. Although this is going from $26 to $40, it's an incredible move. In the last couple of days, we've been just chucking away here. Look at the moves here: 20 to 30. I mean, wow. It's moving. What's happening with Sava? Seems aggressive.
I don't see any news. I don't see any news really. I'm
gonna put it just for entertainment purposes. I want to see what is going on with Sava. So I'm gonna put it on here. Why is this thing making a $10, $20 moves a day here in the intraday? So that's interesting in itself. So I'll put it on and see what's going on. Andrew's
guys have earnings coming up later
early.
This week. But I don't think they've had earnings yet. Their earnings are Thursday, I think. When are their earnings? Thursday. No, they had them last week. Oh, my bad.
I don't know.
All right, then I don't know what moved them really because they had earnings last week. So
I see Andrew in his YouTube chat already has his list ready. Apple, Uber, POTR, and 10X for him. So that is going to be his list already there. All right, Peter, let's go over what's happening today on this beautiful Tuesday. Today is strategy day. Take us there, then we'll come back and do some levels.
My phone. It's all right. My phone just rebooted itself and it's throwing me all off here. All right, yes. So Tuesday, which means it's strategy and trade book day, we are going to be entertaining a beautiful webinar from Brian Lamb, new presenter here at the at Bearable Traders, and is going to be presenting usual time though in the webinar room at 8 o'clock tonight on how you can use Bookmap for intraday options. We were just talking about options and how you need to understand them, even if you don't want to actively trade them, because they can certainly help you in your trading. We're very fortunate to have some options savvy people in the room, like first and foremost, Jared, of course, who keeps us honest on the options. But understanding that expected move, how options affect order flow and stock purchases and sales is very important. So these real-time insights could be essential. We're looking forward to that webinar tonight at 8 p.m. And then next week, Thor is going to be back with us talking about one of the three of the where, the when, and the how. This is the how on how to manage your stock trade management, and that will be next Tuesday, August the 13th, once again at 8 p.m. So hopefully you'll put those in your calendar and you will attend. TradingTerminal.com, it's the place to go to get all your information on the markets. Hopefully you'll visit it. If you haven't already, if you have, keep visiting it. And check out all the news and information and the calendar of events and all sorts of exciting stuff that you can find right in there. So I invite you to do that. Do I know if Paris is back today? I do not know if Paris is back today. I hope he is. I love Paris's trading. He's been living high on the proceeds of his trading for the last little while, doing a lot of vacation stuff and taking care of family. So, but I don't know offhand. Heck, I didn't even know that Andrew was back yesterday. He surprised me by being back early and trading his little heart out at the open. So we'll have to find out. Paris hasn't joined in the chat room yet. So.
Awesome, man. Let's do some levels. PLTR, Uber, Tesla,
gap there,
Apple. No, I was thinking again. I was thinking about just yesterday's open. I'm like, all right, I dismissed my strategy. It's not going to work the way this thing is going. You had Apple jumping from here, like 198 up to 208 inches back and forth, and there was nothing showing on the charts. So I'm like, all right, let me just watch Andrew trade, or at least what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to trade today. And the man just decides, you know what? I don't need charts. F your charts. I'm just going to trade off the level 2, and he does amazing. I'm like, my goodness. It's just fun to watch. It's fun to watch the experience, at that level. Just trade off the level 2 and not even worry about the charts. I'm over here saying, I'm not going to trade today. I'm going to take it off. And this man is crushing it just with numbers. So it was fun. It was fun to watch that trading. So if you were trading the open yesterday, the charts were very funky, very difficult to read the price action. Questions over in chat. You're asking Apple, Tesla, Nvidia is on SSR. Yes, Penny. All of these are on SSR because of the drop yesterday. They dropped more than the trigger. So you have them on SSR this morning. But you still should be able to short these. They got plenty of inventory for short. Just got to sit on the ask, if I'm correct. Yeah. Got to sit on the ask, and then you'll get filled. But yeah, will still be a lot of fun. You should not have any liquidity issues on the SSR stuff. And it lasts a day, right? Here, like if it gets triggered yesterday, it'll be today, and then tomorrow, if nothing goes crazy, it should go away tomorrow. I believe. So. All right, let's get some levels, guys. I only have 4 here. PLTR, we'll start here. PLTR this morning looking very nice, my friends. 27.21 high of the pre-market. We'll slam one there. I haven't asked you guys to slam that thumbs up over on YouTube, so I'll do it now for the first time. So I'm trying not to bug you guys. But 154, let's see if we can get to 300. We have 600 people watching, so thank you for that. Let's see if we get to 300, and if you do that, then I can still keep my job. So thank you guys, really appreciate it. Low of the pre-market, 25.60. We'll mark that there. And then if we look at the daily highs and lows towards the bottom, doing an amazing job there. Don't need to really add anything else. And then towards the top, above the high of the pre-market, we're looking at 27.76. We'll slam one there. And then right up here, 28.61. So once you do that, PLTR looks great today. I think it's highly in play. So is Uber, and hopefully Uber does not let us down at the market open. It tends to do that, to be very, very choppy, difficult to trade. But today they're in play, man, up 8.1, 2.2. Pre-market is looking very active. The last couple of days, obviously, is having a really nice wide candles here. Obviously, some of it caused by the market. but nevertheless, we could hopefully take advantage of it. 60.87, good area there. I want to have also that marked down. And then above the pre-market high, 65.12 looks really, really good. I think that's worth noting. Then towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Here is Tesla, which also is looking very active, 2.3 this morning, up 1.2 so far, kind of selling off from the pre-market highs right now. Pre-market highs are all the way up at 207.22. We're down 6. That's how much the stock moves. We are down $6 from the pre-market high on Tesla, right? And we're still in the green. I mean, it's such a great stock if you can catch some good opportunities. It's just insane. All right, so as far as levels, 207.31 high of the pre-market, above that 222, 226.06, a great level up there towards the top. And then towards the bottom, below the previous day close, you have just one area that's worth marking down. We might not get there, but it's 187.40, just in case you decide to drop and test yesterday's lows. We need a lot to do that. Apple, tons of volume, 4 million, down 1.3 this morning. Low of the pre-market, 205.31. And then towards the top, we have the high of the pre-market just below yesterday's highs, right at 212.84. And then once you do that, once you look at the bigger picture, your highs and lows for the last 2 trading days got everything covered. You do not need to add anything else. So they're taking care of you there. So that covers it. 2 to look at is SAVA, should be fun, and 10X also rocking this morning. Peter, let us know what our team is watching today.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of the expected characters being watched. Jared's going to be taking an eye on Apple and AMD, and of course the markets overall, the market indices. Avi is in early with his list, watching Tesla, AMD, and Nvidia. Pretty normal list for him. Eamon doesn't like the markets really, because a little volatile for him, and that makes sense. His trading style is a little bit different, and he's very cautious about what he trades, and we appreciate that from him. Andrew, in early, look at him, up with the crack of dawn there, watching Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Uber, and PLTR. He actually said he might take a look at 10X, understanding that it's a low float and very risky. Thor is going to be watching sort of the usual suspects, Tesla and the markets overall. He did add Uber to his list, though, so like a lot of us, he's going to be watching Uber today. I am going to be watching AMD, Tesla, and Nvidia with my secondary. I'm going to keep an eye on PLTR, Uber, and Apple just to see if they do anything interesting. There are no IPOs and no SPACs for today. There weren't any yesterday. I expect one tomorrow, maybe. We'll see if that comes out, but yeah, nothing for today. Lenny is going to be watching Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Uber, PLTR, and CSLK. And it looks like Paris is trading today because he's jumped in the room and put his list out there with PLTR, Uber, Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla on it. Brian came in with Nvidia, Tesla, PLTR, Uber, and AMD. So a lot of usual suspects, but I love seeing AMD on his list, so that's nice. And then Phil with the buzzer beater, if I can say that, with Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, and Apple. Oh, Pierre gets a last minute in as well with Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, and Apple. So you can see we all have some similar content here, right? We're all watching Nvidia, Tesla, sort of around Apple and Uber. So a lot of stuff that's in common. You pick the ones that you like. You don't have to watch them just because we are, but our trading styles lend us to watch a lot of the same stocks, even if we're looking for slightly different signals. So whatever you do out there, I want you to trade smart, trade safe, and we will see you back for the pre-market show tomorrow as we get you ready for the markets there. If you ever want to join us all day in the chat room, because look, we're not done here yet, right? We're going to be trading live with Andrew and Brian through the open, as we always do. And but if you wanted to actually see Andrew's trades live, you got to be in the chat room for that, right? He'll talk you through them. He shows them to you in the chat room. We also trade all day. We have moderators on all day. We're talking about the markets. We're letting you know what we see. We're sharing our active trading with you. That is for all of our members. So if you want to see any of that, well, you can join us. You can join us for just $1 if you're a YouTube member, just to kick the tires and see if it's something you like. If you want to join longer term, then we have a number of membership options. Go to bearabletraders.com and you can find them. There you go. 1 week for $1. There it is right there. go to bearbulltraders.com/YouTube and you can take advantage of that deal. You can only do it once. And like we said, the only reason why we charge $1 is we got to keep all the bots and the spammers out there. We did try before to just make it free. And man, that's when the crazies come out. So we don't want the crazies. We want you. So hopefully you will join us here in the chat room and then make the decision to join us for the longer term. All right. So with that, guys, trade smart. I think hopefully we're getting Andrew and Brian all queued up and ready to go out there. Are they on yet, Carlos?
Yep, I see Brian now. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing, my friend? Andrew said,
good morning.
we should be on shortly. Good. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Carlos, Peter, thank you taking us through the pre-market show here.
Yeah, you've embraced that sign. I love it, Brian.
Yeah. Gotta love it, eh?
Yeah. It's like I feel like every time I see the sign, it's like seeing an open sign on your favorite coffee shop. It's like you're ready to go.
We're ready to rock. So big rebound in the Asian markets yesterday. So maybe that'll carry over here today. Remember, you get some of the most wicked rallies will happen in the middle of a bear market. So we'll see what happens today. Right now, the Qs and the SPY are pretty quiet, not doing a lot, moving around. We had PLTR last night after the close. It was a nice little mover there.
We did.
Let's see here.
It did exactly what Jared told it to do.
I guess, eh? I was a little slow watching it, so I missed trading it.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Andrew.
Sure.
How are you doing, guys?
We're awesome. Look at you, up bright and early.
Oh, yeah. We are ready to lose our money. Brian, you missed the morning yesterday. It was a heck of a morning.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was a heck of a morning. So what happened in Japan? I know overnight it was bouncing like 10%. Japan bounced back 10%.
Yeah, the Asian markets really came back. Yeah.
What about Shanghai? What did the Shanghai index did? Not a lot. But Japan, yeah, that was South Korea. South Korea index, they didn't do much. But yeah, Japan was mostly bouncing back. So market stabilized anymore, a little. So Uber had the earning up 7%. That's what I'm going to look. And Phoenix is just low float stock. Be careful of trading these ones, guys. They're usually a recipe for disaster. PLTR is interesting. PLTR. Was PLTR earning?
Yes, PLTR had earnings last night.
Close yesterday.
PLTR is interesting. PLTR trades a little bit choppy. You gotta be careful. Just know that. Usually a little bit of a bigger size, faster scalp. So you can't expect PLTR to pop up like $2.
It can move though.
Yeah.
Uber has rejected our floor. And definitely
there is some important levels here at around 62.93, 63. Let's see how it does. I was expecting market to be a little bit more stronger, but after Japan stabilized.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too. It's still people are still jittery. Yeah, I was expecting the markets to be up a little more today.
It doesn't pop up like this, it might go down, huh? NVDA has a level at 106.49.
Nvidia is sort of
Apple,
breaking out here.
we traded TQQ, Brian, yesterday after so many times, so long time.
Well, market really came back. I mean, well off the lows of the day for sure.
I see that Paris is back finally. He's been away. He was missed.
Yeah, I think he did his. I saw he did his Sunday thing.
Session, yeah.
Yeah. Paris is back, baby.
NVDA is moving up. Yeah, NVDA pre-market was awesome. Just above VWAP, ready to opening range break up.
Yeah, I'd watch. Maybe we'll get a bit of a pullback at the open. PLTR keeps creeping up here.
Microsoft is also popping. I do have some TQQ from yesterday as a swing. And I have some TNA.
Yeah, I have some. I bought some Nvidia yesterday. Added back to my position.
So we have a lot of people in the chat room in live on YouTube. That is awesome.
Very good.
Hell yeah. So weeks popped to almost all-time high in the recent days. But now it's going down a little bit. It went up to 65.
Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy move on the VIX yesterday. Yesterday.
You know, they say a lot of these hedge funds, they're always part of their portfolio is VIX. They always hold some VIX. When the market drops, usually the VIX pops up significantly. So maybe I should buy like $100,000 to $200,000 VIX always in my portfolio. In this kind of case, it already pops up.
I think you have to. I don't think you can buy the VIX directly.
No. What about UVXY? Can you?
Yeah, there's UVX. UVXY.
Or what's the ticker that you can buy? VXX. Yeah, it's VXX. Janine knows that. Yeah, you can buy VXX. It's the S&P 500 VIX. So some people, like some portfolio managers, they always keep a portion of their portfolio long to weeks somehow. So in terms of volatility, this one pops up. Or volatility hedge funds, they do that the intraday. They sell puts on a SPY and they buy VIX because the VIX is usually very small, and then they sell the puts that collect the premium. And if they get hit, usually VIX pops up. So they just make money constantly from that spread. I think of my buddy Carlos Aratini in Switzerland, when we publish our papers, that's one of the things that his fund is doing. Yeah, it is decaying, but there are some ways to doing it. Like, I'm not the perfect person to know that, but yeah, definitely is decaying. So I don't know how actually they do the portfolio. Maybe they do it daily. I don't know, but I'm sure I've read somewhere that the professional funds, they always try to get some exposure to VIX.
Well, you can use futures like derivatives, I believe.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us in YouTube, guys. Make sure you like the video. And if you want to join us and see my screen live with entries and exits and everything, my position, you can join it for $1. It access to all the basic strategies that we have, and also the onboarding sessions. Here. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. I'm watching Uber's kind of interesting. It's losing the VWAP here. Anyway, spread on it's really wild.
Alright, we are
Here
here.
we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Let's see what's happening. All week. Whole week. There's a revamp. Tesla is also not great. PLTR doing. PLTR came up.
Short
PLTR
Uber.
looks like it wants to pop. NVDA doing. Mr. NVDA. PLTR is popping. Shit.
Yeah, PLTR is moving a bit here.
Go to 2750. It's a little bit extended now. Should have get it a little bit earlier. Southern red.
Okay, I was gonna be short Uber here. I think I'm just gonna get out of it.
Microsoft, no.
Might see here. Let's see what it does. It's gonna drop now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Almost pulled the trigger on it.
Holy PLTR is tricky. It was extended from the VWAP. NVIDIA is interesting.
Don't like this spread on Uber. I'm gonna get out of it. I don't really like the way it's. Don't like the spread on it. Tesla's dropping.
Yeah, the one that is super wide. PLTR is set. Should be short PLTR. Damn, it's PLTR. That would have been a very nice 1 minute pre-image breakdown.
It looked like it was going to break out, though.
On NVDA 104.20. Let's see if NVDA can pop. Let's see. Looks like it wants to go. I'm long NVDA.
Yeah, I'm long Nvidia. I'm long Nvidia with you.
50. I have a very, very big size. I sold my house and my mother. I have 20,000 shares of NVIDIA shares. Go.
Here we go. There's lots of volume. Look at that volume on it. There's a big ask at 105. We're going to 105. Here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna go to 105. Andrew, has this guy a rich man if he goes to 105?
Come on.
I'd actually add on it. I took way too much to my size. Five man. Just popped up. What about? I have TQQ. Let me actually sell my TQQ from yesterday's swing.
IWM just went red.
Damn it. Oh, no. NVDA, don't do that. I'm getting out of my TQQ, guys, here. I had some swing on TQQ. Let me sell this. See what Mr. NVDA is doing. It's right at my break-even point. Let's see if he can survive this pullback. Doesn't look like we want to survive.
No. Yeah, I'm
all out of it.
Break even.
Turned out to be lost, Dave. I lost.
Actually, with slippage, I lost a little bit there too. AMD is selling off.
Is weaker than everything else, huh? Uber. Let's see what Uber doing. Uber is also losing.
Uber finally sold off.
Yeah. Kind of garbage. I'm still. Market is weird.
Yeah.
was going to short Uber at 27. Sorry,
Yeah,
PLTR. I
Uber
was looking at PLTR. This popped to short it, but trades like garbage. Gonna find something to trade. Microsoft hitting the scanner. Microsoft popped up. Just offers a nice pattern. 5-minute opening range breakup on Microsoft. Very nice. NVDA is going downward.
Yeah, Nvidia is going down more. Look at that. I'm yeah, TZ. Yeah, the IWM is really struggling here. I got long some TZA to
So
short the
you're
IWM.
Iron is shorting IWM. Semis are not doing great. TSM is also hitting the scanner. NVIDIA, even though I partial, but I had way too much big size, it passed my entry point. Short restriction on NVIDIA, yes, but you can still short it. You just can't use the market order. How's YouTube doing? What are you trading? It's going down. Okay, so down way to hell, huh? Yeah, Q's dropped significantly. NVIDIA is at the low of the pre-market. NVIDIA might go to these levels down there. Not shorting NVIDIA. Let's see what AMD doing. AMD is also going down. Same. Tesla going down. Yeah, it was a tough open. You didn't get a nice follow through. So AMD, I think NVIDIA.
Yeah, I'm short Nvidia. I'm short Nvidia. I just shorted it on that pop there.
Yeah.
Back up. See if it's going to drop some more here. Qs are dropping. It looks like the Qs are going to go red on the day.
Yeah, Tesla could be a bounce at S4. S4 is at 192.29. Consider a reversal on Tesla at S4. I don't want to short it now. It's a little extended. The 5-minute chart, I can see that. Apple also going down. AMD is holding. PLTR was also thinking of shorting PLTR in this pop, but didn't. Microsoft also don't have any momentum. IWM is red. GTX is popping up. No order flow on TGTX.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get out of NVIDIA maybe here. See what it does right here.
It's popping up very nicely.
Yeah, it came back up. That was a low of the pre-market.
Where we might actually go long back again. The whole SPY popped up. Q's popped up. Looks like they're
Q's popped up. Yeah.
Pattern, yeah. I'm going to take the small size on NVIDIA long. Let me get a small size long on it. If it came above the VWAP, then I add heavy on it.
I'm maybe going to get out of my short right here on this pullback.
No, it's because it looks like it's.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of my short right here. It does look. I can't read which direction it's going, so it is going to drop more.
Yeah, Ellie. So you're going to use the limit order for that. Which broker is that? Interactive brokers automatically change it to limit order, but CMEG and some brokers don't do that. You have to do it directly by your hotkey. All right, so I don't think NVIDIA long is actually a good idea because
It seems pretty
unless it
choppy
comes
right
up,
now.
but oh no, maybe it's coming up. Let's see. Again, I have no business being long here in below the VWAP. I really don't have any business to be long because 5 minutes is making lower low, lower high with a 5 minute green range breakdown. So I really shouldn't have gone long on it. See, it's going to go for the low of the day. Eh? I'm getting out of NVDA. I stopped having
Back to
NVDA.
low
I really
today.
shouldn't have gone long. It was a very bad trade.
You had the right idea. See, I had the right idea, just not great timing, and it's really choppy.
Kind of chased it. You went short a little bit. I think you went
Yeah.
like 102.20
Well,
or
I
something.
kind of
Yeah.
there's lots of levels down here. There's more at 101, 10, 150. It's kind of why I thought
If
it
it
would
goes to previous
continue.
day close, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna go to AM previous day close. I think Qs are also going red. Uber lost 4%. Damn.
Yeah,
Apple still weak. Apple S4 could
Tesla's
be a good trade too. Apple at S4.
See, so that would have been that would have been a good trade if I got squeezed out of it. Stupid Nvidia. See, now we're going to dip into 101 on Nvidia.
Oh, what the hell? Broke
Nvidia
loose.
is still going, still dropping. Yeah, we're going down to PDC here, which is around $100.50.
Oh yeah, Nvidia is gonna go to previous day close. I'm gonna buy another time again, just below previous day close. Lost money on Nvidia, so I might as well continue losing on it. So previous day close is 145. S3 is at 100. I might go long a little bit and then add more at 100 and put the stop loss below S3. AMD also going down toward S4. 27.9. Really short on NVDA.
Yeah, I took a bit of a long on Nvidia.
Shame on you.
At just around 101. Sold some at 101.23. We'll see if it continues.
Tesla is 4, bounce also opportunity 192.29. But Tesla is selling up very heavily. PLTR like a boss selling. Disastrous things
So,
happening.
I'm going to sell some more at 101.30, 101.35.
Jared went long already, huh? On AMD. That is not cool, guys. You took it without me.
Here we go. Selling more at 101.50.
Apple went down more.
I'm concerned we're going to lose more here. I'm out of the rest of it. Look at that, back down to 101.50. This is still sellers there. Retesting PDC, kind of bounced there.
Damn. It's quickly dropped.
Just look at the Qs. The Qs just went red. Come on, IWM, drop like a boss.
NVDA is doing. I have an eye on NVDA. Let's see if we can get to previous staples again. Yeah. A little bit more NVDA. A little bit more. We get some NVDA here at 122 in case we don't get there. Small size. If it goes to previous staples, I add more. Feeling that I might not get a second chance on NVDA. A little bit more on NVDA here at 199. So near S4.
Nice pop back up there. Wow.
If you can get to VWAP, then we are in the business of trading.
Qs went back green. I sold half of my TZA because it just looks like it's trying to hold. It's not doing anything.
If NVIDIA can go to VWAP.
AMD had a nice bounce there.
That was a nice bounce. Jared, he knows his stuff. He knew
Yeah,
that.
everything's bouncing pretty nicely. Yeah, that retest at $100.50 was a really nice entry.
That happened so fast. I didn't see it, no?
Yeah.
That was pretty fast. Let's see if NVIDIA can go up near the VWAP. So I have a good position on it now.
102.81.
I am not selling until we get to volume weighted average price, which is around 103. Now 5 minute is making new highs. If it can make a new high, it would be nice. SPY is also coming up, which helps. Qs are coming up, which helps. Come on. Let's see if we can pass out these moving averages. Above 160, we might go to VWAP. I might actually add on it above that for a puppet, right above VWAP. Let's see, add a little bit more on it, 102.40. Average price. Come on. Abby, what did you do? Oh, my heart is beating like crazy. I have a heart attack. Right on my grave, he was a good man.
We'd have to take your ashes up to Everest or Denali.
Just put a grave on my grave that he was a good man. He traded NVDA like a boss. Come on, NVDA, pop this hell.
We'll get Paris to do your eulogy.
The spike was above the VWAP. just below
I
the.
love the way you traded Nvidia. Well, we had this nice pop. Now I don't know where we're going to go from here on a lot of these things.
I got greedy. I could partial out and make a lot of profit, but
AMD looks like it hit the 9 EMA and now it's stalling. Tesla hit the 9 EMA and now it's stalling.
SPY is closing slowly above the VWAP, which is a good thing. Nvidia is not doing anything good.
No, it got up pretty close to the VWAP.
I know I should have partialed instead of I got greedy.
Qs are pulling back a bit right now.
NVDA reversal. Why would I do that?
Kind of
What are you
tempted to
trading,
short
Brad?
Tesla. I'm kind of tempted to short Tesla here, but it's not really. I think it's a good entry. Could go either way right now. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't do that.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Good things happen to good people. Look at this NVDA. Look at that. Good things happen to good people. It's going to go to VWAP.
It's going to go to 103.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at this pop. Look at the SPY.
Breaking out nicely.
Hell yeah. Look at that. I'm partially now here, small. I make the losses back like a boss with some change.
Right on. Yeah, I got that move. There we go.
Look at this. This is the lightning bolt pattern that Peter has. Good things happen to good people.
Might even break. Yeah, it's got to break through the VWAP now.
I think it does. Look at SPY and Q. Look at this big pop on all of them.
Yeah.
Andres, this actually might be crazy enough to add a little bit here too. If this one pops up to 103.40, I die a rich man. $103.40, Q's above the VWAP. SPY is making new high of the day. Apple is reversing. Shorts are covering.
Seems like it.
Which is 101.74. And I have a lot of share size. So
I've got an order. I have an order in at 103. Here we go, filled. This level is yesterday's high as well. So
$103.40.
104. There's some orders there too.
Come on. The Q's broke that moving average on 1 minute chart. then there is no traffic up to the high of the day. IWM also bounced back good. Honestly, I don't see a reason to partial, although I might be wrong, but
Hmm.
it looks like the market is trying to recover. Therefore, I am ready to partial above 103.40. Although I should partial right now some because my average is pretty good and I'm negative on NVDA still. So there you go. So I'm starting partialing here. I just made the losses back. Perfect. Now I'm profitable on the day. And resist. What else do you want, guys? Look at this trading that I do for you. What else do you want with $1 on YouTube? What else? Press that like. I took a bounce from and for you for NVDA. Press that like. Come on.
Here we go. On
Let's see if
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA can go to the high of the day at 104 and above. That would be really cool. Then I die like a rich man.
Oh, there's some orders at 104. Lots of liquidity there.
We're going to get them. We want to get them. Well, depending on the SPY, really SPY and Qs are going to go for a high of the day. Hell yeah. Look at that.
Yep. Here we go.
Look at that. Partialing more at 103.60. I'm done with my life.
Nice move up here.
Surely die. Order at 104.
Yeah, got an order here, 104. There's a lot of liquidity between there and 104.
At 104. 2,000 shares at 104. You know, Jared took an AMD, very nice trade on AMD. Jared was the boss. The king of trading today was Jared. He took the reversal before all of us. What did he saw? I have no idea. We're going to ask Jared this weekend. Jared, what did you see in this AMD then? He took it way before us on this reversal. We're going to go watch Jared in his natural habitat.
You said it, I didn't.
Huh?
You said it.
He got crystal ball.
Now you'll never know. He's going to keep it a secret.
We traded with Jared yesterday. We killed it with Jared. Jared also really, really good trading. Ryan, go more camping. Jared and I can.
We're going to lose. Are we losing the VWAP here on Nvidia now? It's a little pullback. This was sort of, we got up near pre-market, the high of day, and stalled out here. Get some profit taking. Here we go.
I'm still long NVIDIA, guys. And my average is 107.74. And I have still a lot of share size. My average, my stop loss would be at the break even. which is pretty low. Let's see if it stays above the VWAP or not. I do not plan to add more. I made the losses on it back. IWM is also slowly grinding up.
Yeah. That's how I got out of it. Just didn't want to drop. See what Nvidia does here. Qs are pulling back a bit too.
Tesla bounced back before the S4, huh?
It went right to S4.
No, I didn't really quite get to S4.
Pretty close. I've got S4 at 192.30. Yeah, you're right. It didn't quite get there. Missed it by about 30 cents, maybe. Come on, Nvidia.
Nvidia, as long as it stays above the VWAP, we are feeling okay. Market is holding nicely. IWM bounce back. SPY's up 1%. Nice.
Yeah. SPY's up 0.9. Dow's up 0.9.
All right, so NVDA might go higher, huh? I'm going to add a little bit on NVDA here at 103.40. Let's see if he can get to 104. SPY is making new highs. Qs are going toward the new high of the day.
Qs are at high of day.
Entry is important, guys. So super important. Where is your entry? So I keep my entry on NVDA, my average below volume weighted average price.
Here we go.
You get this.
104.
Are you in this with me?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you in this with me?
Yes, I am. 104.
You get this 104.
Yeah.
One of those orders are for me in your book map.
Yep.
It's going to go green.
Almost got to 104. Didn't like that.
It was heart attack before it goes to 104.
Yeah.
Farhad, Apple short. What a beautiful short, man. Farhad, are you trading on the funded account? I hope not. Because that's a good trade. That's a really good trade. Meta, high of the day. John, Meta. Yeah, Meta hit the scanners too.
Meta has been really strong.
Yeah, we will see all these good trades in the chat room. So hopefully they're not in the funded account. Right, so market is slowly grinding up.
Yeah, the Qs are still sitting at high of day. SPY is looking like it's going to go higher here. Tesla's going up.
NVDA is going to go to 104. I changed my name to whatever if it doesn't go. You can call me anything if it doesn't go to 104. I'm not
Here we go.
Andres if this one doesn't go to 104.
Here we go. Here we go.
You can call me Mr. Rupert if it doesn't go to 104. Now you may actually call me. Went to 103.96, huh? I think this whole Wall Street drama, they want to put pressure on Feds to reduce the rate. And I'm sure
Yeah.
that the Feds don't budge. All
Well,
this
the funny-
drama.
Paging Mr. Rupert. Paging Mr. Rupert.
No, Peter, wait. Hasn't stopped me out yet.
There's still time.
Still time.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
Well, the
good
funny
yet
thing-
because it has been like a triple top, but
Well, the interesting thing is with the rates. I mean, there's no meeting in August, so there's going to be 60 or plus days before we hear from the Fed again. Other than all their speaking engagements.
they all just do this drama to put the pressure on the Feds. It's Wall Street. They just want more.
But I don't think Powell really watches the market. I don't know.
Oh no, I think he does watch the market, that's for sure. But they don't budge on these
Well,
kind of things.
he's careful about what he says because he doesn't want to rattle the market. But I don't think they make their decisions based on the stock market.
That's true. They don't have a mandate to save the stock market. Their mandate is completely different things. Right. See what we're gonna get. QQQ at 440. Buy slowly at the high of the day. IWM up 0.85%, SPY 1%. There you go. Mr. Rupert is becoming Mr. Aziz. Look at this. Look at this big, huge beat. Oh, there you go. Now, who is Andrews? Hell yeah. It's Peter. Don't hide. Come here.
All right. We got a
The
fill
next
there.
thing is high of the day. High of the day. We
There's
want high of
105.
Well, rest in
105.
peace, Mr. Rupert. It was good knowing you while you lasted.
Mr. Rupert was a good man, but it was very short-lived. So NVDA 104.20. Super nice. I think the next stop is high of the day. Yeah, SPY is going up, Qs are going up.
Yep.
And this is super nice. Asks are stacking up at 104.50, popping up. Here you go. So I'm partialing out here at 104.55. Oh, let's see to get to 105. I'm going to put some orders at 105. I'm going to sell another 2,000 shares at 105. Make sure the count is right. Limit 105. Oh yeah, sell.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm just selling a bit more here at 104.50.
I shorted Apple by mistake. No. Made money on Apple by mistake. Oh, wait.
So is Apple's going down, eh? It went down. Now
Actually,
it's
bounce
coming
back above the VWAP.
Yeah, bounce back.
Bounce back above the VWAP. Yeah.
Bounce back from around S4.
My montage was on Apple. I put the order and then I quickly got filled. But I made actually $200 by mistake. That's a good mistake to have. I want to show you guys until NVIDIA is going to go to 105. I want to show you something. I want to buy an art car for Burning Man. And I want to show you what it is. No, seriously. And I want actually, if anyone can help me buying it and letting me know how to get the private license for it or anything. Anyone has done this kind of crazy things? This is an art car that used to be for a camp in Burning Man. You can see on my screen that it's like a bear, and now they're closing down the camp, and I want to buy this art car from it, and I want to bring it to Canada, and then we work on it. What do you think?
I worked on that.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I worked on it.
We worked on it together.
Yeah.
It's
And
in
then we rode on
Idaho.
it.
I just don't
Yeah,
know
and
how
then
to
we
bring
rode
it
it.
into the border. Like,
Yeah.
it's a school bus. Actually, the pieces come off. It's a school bus. It comes up in 3 pieces, and it connects, and you can actually drive it. But what I don't know is actually how to bring it to Canada. Like, imagine you drive with this with the border. Anything to declare? No. No, sir. I don't have anything to declare. So, anyone
You'd have
knows
to-
how
you'd have
kind of
to-
these? Anyone has done these specialty cars and stuff?
You have to take it
If
apart.
anyone
and-
can do that kind of thing, maybe email me. If you're a mechanic or something, maybe we can fly together to Idaho and take a look at it, and maybe commission a company or a driver to bring it to Canada for us.
You're not going to take that on the road. You're going to have to take it apart and put it on the back of another truck. Whatever all the
J-Trades,
pieces.
email me. J-Trades, email me. Hell yeah, there you go. No, you can drive the bus. The pieces open up. You can actually drive the bus, or we can
Well, the
tow it or
bus is
put it in
under-
a trailer.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring it into.
So why would you bring it up to Canada if you wanted to take it to Burning Man?
Joel, first, is there anyone living in Idaho? If anyone is living in Idaho, you can help me by going and take a look at it and take some pictures, and then I fly down to see you, and I pay you for that time. If anyone, I think it's in what is the city called? Falls in Idaho. What is it? That city?
Ocean Falls? Is
Twin
it?
Falls, yeah, Twin Falls, Joel. It's in Twin
Twin
Falls. They
Falls.
keep it in Twin Falls. The owner is in Thailand. So maybe we need to send a mechanic to take a look at it and see how the pieces can come together. And then I fly down together, and I'll pay for whatever time that you put. And yeah, I want to put it in a warehouse in Vancouver, and then I start raising money for it. I want to buy it 50 grand and then put 50 grand on it to work. And plus I raise money. I come to you, Brian. Come up, donate 5,000. Put some lights and laser on it and stuff. So bring it to Burning Man, or we just throw party in the summer in Vancouver. I think it's awesome. It's a really cool thing.
You could take it in the Pride Parade.
Oh, exactly. It's awesome for right. Come up.
I built
5,000 donation, Brian.
I built like 3 or 4 Pride Parade floats that won the best float award.
Hell yeah, that's good. Yeah, guys, Joel, if you can email me, Simer, if you can help in any way on that, it would be actually our own bus. Maybe we can become Bearable Traders art bus. We throw parties together. I fund it all. I raise money. I'm the money guy. I raise the money, but I need some help on that kind of things. Like someone go take a look at it, some videos, maybe take a mechanic there and make sure that the engine is working properly, and then figure out a way how to ship it to Canada or drive it to Canada. I think we can drive the bus to Canada, and the pieces also on the side, and then I'll get someone to get the driving and permit for it. It's a specialty vehicle. But yeah, if you guys can do and I pay for you, it's you can charge me for all of your services.
So did he drive it? He drove it to Idaho from Black Rock City, obviously. So
Yeah, they do bring it like that, so I'm sure
Yeah.
I can get a license. Oh man, thanks, Joel. Joel just emailed me. I love you, Joel. If you can do a little bit of work for me on that, and then I'll fly together, and then I'll take you to a really nice party all on me. Oh yeah. All right, so Nvidia is gonna go to 105 until it hits to 105. I'm not gonna take any other trade, guys. This is my open position. and this is my P&L. We did pretty awesome. As you see, I have some SOXL and TNA. I sold puts last week. I got actually assigned. So as you see, my SOXL and TNA, I already assigned by Mr. Interactive Brokers. So pretty good day.
Carnival Cruise Lines is breaking out high of day. And Tesla's actually dropping here.
Nice, man, guys. So this is awesome. I love this community in YouTube and in Bearable Traders. We do it because we are fucking cool. We build an art car. Hell yeah. A lot of people asking me, like, we went to a rave over the weekend. They put a chandelier up in the jungle. Why do you do that? Because we're cool. We do it because we're cool. The whole Burning Man is about this. They build a city because they can. And I love this attitude. Hell yeah. Why do you bring this? Because it's fucking awesome. It's not for profit. They all raise money. They do this kind of crazy things, all volunteer, just because it's cool. Like climbing Everest. Why do you do that? Because we can. Hell yeah. Why not? That's the attitude. We climbed the 7 summits. Why? Because we can. Why not? That should be the attitude in life. But yeah, it's awesome. I help it with the community. We're going to buy it. We're going to make it one of the coolest art cars in Burning Man. Even if you don't take it to Burning Man, because it might be a lot of work, just through in locally parties. There's a lot of festivals in Vancouver in the summer that you can do in the gay parade. You can take it. Yeah, EDC maybe. Yeah, Alex, hell yeah. It's now my new thing. Hell yeah. All right, so let's get back into character, guys. Serious, we want to trade. So NVDA, I don't want to do anything else with NVDA. I have only 5,000 shares left. I made the heck of a money on it. SPY is up 1%. IWM is slowly not. Uber, what did Uber do? Yeah, Uber came back too.
Yeah, Uber came bouncing back.
John
Uber was hard to trade. Too much jumping around. The spread was not great.
So we have Miguel Martinez also emailed me. Yeah, Miguel, thanks. Maybe you and Joel can take a look at it and help, and then I'll come with my friends to pay the guy and bring the car. That's awesome. Thanks. I'm so glad actually I mentioned that in the chat room because I said to a couple of my friends to do that, and they would say, "Yeah, well, so fuck you. I have all my own community. I'm gonna ask help from those guys." And if anyone in Vancouver knows a warehouse that we can park it and then we can work on it time to time, that would be awesome. All right, so here's the deal, guys. The funded account, the $50,000 funded account, if you are really interested in trading, and if you don't have a lot of capital, just go through this program, guys. This is an amazing program, and I swear to God, I'm losing money on it so far because there's a lot of good traders made $4,000 or $5,000 a day. Come and use that program. So go through the real risk of trading without really losing anything. Because a lot of people are emailing me and messaging me, "Hey, I want to become a trader, but I just don't have enough capital, or I don't want to risk the capital for my family." It's okay. Come, $50,000 funded training account still is a training account, but because you take profit out of it, everything that you make, you take out of it. And if you lose that money, you don't have to pay it back. Because I want you to go through that process. Look at my life. Look at my lifestyle. I'll do it live in front of you. You can do it. You just need a little bit of time. I've been doing it for 10 years. You can do it. What else do you want? Go through that. I swear to God, there's so much potential in this market, and it's going to get better and better every single day. Like, since when the whole index of Japan going up 10% up and down? Like it's just unprecedented.
It's crazy. The volatility right now is amazing.
Like Brian is making more money than he was used to working for Lafarge.
Yeah. But to
Andrew,
wait so
how do
long to
people
figure
find a
that out.
link to the funded account?
Funded account. It's in the chat room. Just come. Sorry, you're coming to the membership area. Which remember, Bearwood Traders is your community, guys. When you come to the website, it's your community. If you find any issues, if you have any improvement suggestion, email us. We'll do it for you because it is your community. I like everyone feel ownership in Bearwood Traders. Like that's why, for example, I ask all the teams to use trading terminal and give feedback. Sometimes they come and say, "Oh, this is buggy. This is better." Yeah, I understand. I know it's not perfect. I know it's horrible, but let's build something together. Like Wikipedia, the whole world decided to write something like Wikipedia, like the whole online encyclopedia that is free. And who is doing it? All the world together. That's something really cool. It's your own community. So go to your own website in Bearwood Traders. It's the link funded account, and there's information in there. Here you go. Ian Carson email says, I live by Twin Falls. I've been a mobile mechanic most of my life. There you go. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have
That'll
such
work.
a great friend, man. Look at these amazing friends that I have in Bearwood Traders. No tax, John, 99C. There is no tax charge on it.
So Ivan wants to sell his his Hugzilla.
Used to be Hugzilla, and then the guy came back to camp. So he lives in Thailand. And
Yes.
I knew about this art card. It's a very nice art card, but they never really had enough money to work on it, because for this kind of things, you need a group of volunteer and passionate people that they are crazy. And plus you need money, behind it to go and
Yeah.
raise money. And I'm not a handy guy, and my life is still, I'm always traveling and stuff. So I said, I'm gonna buy the car, I'm gonna raise the money, I'm gonna come to every single one of you. Come up, Peter. 5,000 for the laser. We want. So I raised money. So, and then, the group of volunteers and the heavy work and stuff, we commission, fabricators and builders, and we pay them. And we do all the small things. I have some friends that they have laser companies and stuff. I have a friend who has a lighting business, and he said, I donate whatever light you want, like $20,000 lights and stuff. So we can, over 2-3 years, we can make it really, really cool art car. Like some of the best art cars in Burning Man, they're all like $3-4 million, but there are long projects that all donation. Like there was one big one, Jaguar, that they're bringing it from Colombia. It's I think it's all cartel money behind it. Look at that. Let me showing it to you. This is unbelievable, this art card. This is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen, with all the LED and stuff. So this is coming from Colombia, and they throw parties and stuff with it. So imagine they're bringing this from Colombia to Burning Man. There was another one that was really, really nice, which actually got fire and it burned. It was called Mayan Warrior. This one was originally from Mexico.
Did you say it caught on fire?
Yeah, this one caught on fire and got destroyed. But a lot of design. Yeah, this one last year burned. So it was amazing art car. It was one of the most beautiful art cars. Again, $3-4 million money behind it. But and I think it was from Mexico City. There was a lot of, again, probably cartel money behind it. But what they did with it, they actually went all around the world to throw parties and fundraising and stuff with it. It was just unbelievable, very amazing, very beautiful. Yeah, this one actually got destroyed. So see, this was really, really beautiful. It's like a Mayan warrior, like an original Mayan warrior. I'll be back in a second, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that one was there in 2019 when I was there. Just followed that. They just go out in the desert. You just follow it around. Burning Man.
All right, guys. So yeah, this is awesome. How's the YouTube guys doing? Any question? Yeah, this account is available for everybody from Russia as well. So another thing is that a lot of people like from India or from Russia or from the countries that don't have access to the US accounts, because this funded account doesn't actually link to any broker. It's a simulator account. So you can actually learn trading on that really well because interactive brokers and stuff don't open account for Iranians and Iraq and Russian and stuff that these American brokers are really iffy. Yeah, you can do that. So it comes with 1 year of membership, and yes, it comes with the 3-month simulator and 3 months of the funder account. Any question from YouTube, guys? Because we're getting into the time that's No, you can start anytime that you want. You can join and start your membership. You can go through all the classes and courses and everything. And then you can start anytime that you're ready. We can hold it. But as soon as you start, the 3 months starts at the same time. And you can't pause one or each other. Like two accounts, the simulator or founder account starts at the same time in terms of, in case you want to practice. And the reason for that is the DAS is giving us this package in the 3 months, both accounts at the same time. You can't unfortunately pause it. But what you can do is if you want to get familiar with the DAS, you can either buy a different package or you can just go on a monthly directly from DAS, buy something for 1 month, 2 months, and then cancel and then use this one. Or you can just go with the 14-day free trial that they have. I think we have the link on the website as well, or directly to the website. And just for 14 days, play around with it. And then when you're ready. No, Mohammed, I don't have a U.S. corporation. I don't have any U.S. entity. So all a Canadian entity. And I'm using Interactive Brokers Canada too. So even I'm not subject to U.S. laws and stuff. Yeah, Phil. So you can buy now and then you can activate it anytime that you're ready. So my advice for for the newbies is just first trading a simulator, like trading terminal as a free simulator. Work on it for a couple of weeks and then go to DAS for a couple of weeks or a month. So to learn the platform, it's a super easy platform. You really learn it in one week maximum. It's not sophisticated, very easy. And then you can start that. So Johnson says you bought the 3 times inverse leverage of semiconductor. So you bought SOXS. Should you sell it? Well, that's a tricky question. The inverse ones, you got to be very tricky because the overall market usually goes up. So when you get the inverse one, like a TZA or SPXS or SQQQ, you got to be very careful holding it for long term. I don't know if we have actually bottomed in the market. Like Nvidia is up 3% now. AMD is still red, but it looks like they kind of find the bottom. Like even in AMD, in that disastrous day, it didn't sell off that much. So it's kind of, honestly, it's one of those questions that I don't know. If you're profitable, what you can do is you can partial on it. So you can partial and then bring your stop loss to break even.
I'm flat on the day. I don't have any positions now. See, there's a float I built right there, 2018. The Starship. All right, guys, on YouTube, thanks for joining us today. Hope it was a profitable day for everybody out there. We had a nice comeback on Nvidia. A lot of the stocks made a nice bounce. So don't forget, you can join us for $1 or join us again if you want to watch us on YouTube. But just remember, everything you're getting is delayed and not getting the benefit, the full benefit of being part of the community. So think about joining us. Cheers, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, really. Tomorrow, the laptop, guys. Tomorrow, laptop. Come for laptop tomorrow.
Yes. Laptop. See you, everybody. Bye for now.
Laptop, guys. Cheers.